Polyatomic ions are molecules that have lost or gained electrons. Most of the polyatomic ions we will look at are actually anions, meaning they've gained electrons. And they gain those electrons so that the atoms within that polyatomic ion can fulfill the octet rule. So let's take a look at some of the common polyatomic ions. First, let's look at nitrate. And its formula is capital N, capital O subscript 3, and a -1 charge. So what does this mean? Well, like a chemical formula for molecules, this formula tells us how many atoms of each element are in the polyatomic ion: 1 nitrogen and 3 oxygen. But unlike a molecule, which has no overall charge, this has an overall charge, means there's an extra electron. We actually don't care where that electron came from. We just need to know that there's an extra electron. So even though the nitrogen and the oxygen are held together by covalent bonds, because there's an extra electron and an overall -1 charge, this is an ion and it will engage in ionic bonding. So carbonate has 1 carbon, 3 oxygen held together by covalent bonding, but an extra 2 electrons for an overall charge of -2. Sulfate, 1 sulfur, 4 oxygen, an overall charge of -2 due to 2 extra electrons, and phosphate, 1 phosphorus, covalently bonded to 4 oxygen with 3 extra electrons for an overall charge of -3. Your textbook has a list of the common polyatomic ions that you'll be responsible for. You don't need to memorize them, but you do need to find them in your textbook and be able to identify the name for a given formula and vice versa.